Hey everybody, just wanted to do a review of my Pan America to give people a real world idea of how this bike does. I've owned it for just over 12 months. I've got almost 13,000 miles on it now, 12.6. Almost through my second set of tires, and we'll get into that a little later. But I'm going to go through pros and cons that I feel like, the things I like about the Pan America, the things I don't like. So this is my third take at doing this review. I hate my videos. I know I'm terrible at them, but we're just going to stumble through this and try to give an honest opinion of what the bike is and what it does and how I feel about it. First off, having had a GSA that holds almost 8 gallons of fuel, the fuel capacity on this bike I feel is a little small, especially with the fuel economy of the bike. If you're running it moderately aggressive or anything, typically at 180 to 190 miles, I'm searching for fuel. The very, very, very low light for fuel comes on at about, I've made 205, 206. That's really stretching it. Oh, I might recommend a cold beverage or something, because right now it's 105 here, and it's almost 100 in my shop, so it's warm. Get yourself something cool to drink. Anyway, fuel capacity. Second thing is the screen. This last update helped with the screen. You can read the little widgets on the side a little better, but heaven help you if you're trying to use the navigation and read it. And yeah, I wear glasses. Even with the progressive lenses, there's no way I can see a street name or a freeway name on that map as large as it goes without putting my face to it. It's pretty sad. Having the navigation on the BMW GSA, there again, the nav map is better. My 2019 Road Glide, man, that thing would blow up big. I knew when I was coming up to like a freeway interchange and I needed to go right to head up to Utah or whatever, you could see it. This screen is a fail. Sorry, I just kicked the stand that the camera's on. Definitely a fail. So having a chain, not that big a deal. Clean it, make sure it's adjusted right. I'm at 13,000 miles, still doing good. Seen a guy that iron butts on one of these, uses it basically for sport touring, and he changed his chain and sprocket at 20,000 miles, not because it was really terribly worn out, but just as a precaution because he was getting ready to go on another iron butt ride. He's one that I've seen that's been really riding and using his Pan America and putting some miles on and enjoying it. Like I said, he's already over 20. I'm in the 12.6, 12.7 range, so definitely behind. Another note on that, the bike was down in shop for waiting on parts for 2 different repairs over the 12 months, a total of 6 weeks. I didn't get crabby or nasty about it. I understand. I'm in the automotive industry. I've got supply chain issues. We can't get parts to satisfy customers' needs. It's a difficult time. Everybody's got to be understanding, but my mileage would be much higher if it wasn't for 6 weeks of no riding, especially when part of that was during really nice riding. Enough said on that. My only other gripe is this is probably the most uncomfortable seat on this bike of anything I've ever had other than the Triumph Tiger. The Triumph Tiger had a terrible seat, but I was able to get a saddleman seat for the Triumph Tiger, and I rode that to Idaho, did some of the Idaho BDR route, and went all the way up into Canada and came back. 10-day trip on that bike I did, and I put 5,600 miles on it. That was really, really a cool time and a cool experience, but I was able to get a saddleman seat for it. So far, I have not found a decent upgraded seat, so I'm still riding on the Harley tall boy seat My Pan America does not have the adaptive ride height on it. It's a standard ride height. I've got the tall boy seat in the tall position to accommodate my legs. I'm very long-legged for that bike. My pants are 36-inch inseam, so long legs. I've got long arms. I've got 2-inch rocks risers on the bike, and I've got them basically as far forward as they'll go, so the handlebars are up and as far forward as I can get them. That way my arms are fairly straight out when I ride, and when I stand up, I'm not having to dip forward to reach the bars. Works out good for me, probably not for somebody who's not 6'5" with long arms and legs. Anyway, the bike ergonomically fits me pretty good. The things I really love about the bike is being able to make your own custom ride modes. I don't know of another manufacturer that lets you turn throttle response up or down, ABS up or down, you know, all the different adjustments. If you've messed with one of these bikes making your own ride modes, I've got a cool street ride mode that I made and a really awesome off-road ride mode I made that just makes the bike more fun and more customized to me. So that is a huge plus for Harley Davidson. I know the adaptive ride height is a big plus for a lot of people. One of the guys at Superstition Harley, where I got my bike and I visit frequently, he is definitely vertically challenged. He's got the adaptive ride height with the low saddle seat, and guy rides the heck out of his bike. He loves it. So, I mean, there's ways to make these bikes fit just about anybody. Also, the bike is incredibly fast. It's just a blast to ride. It's very easy to get in and out of traffic, to get up to speed, accelerate ahead, whatever. They did a great job on the motor. I've ridden the bike last summer. Some of my videos I've talked about it. Last summer I rode home from work on an afternoon that was 117 degrees. And the bike did not overheat. The jacket temperature got high. It was in the 230s, but never boiled over, never shut down. My phone shut down, but the bike didn't. The iPhone got too hot on the handlebars and had to go in the refrigerator for 30 minutes when I got home. But so I've ridden it in this extreme heat. I've ridden it in the coldest morning I left this winter was in leaving Gilbert, Arizona at 28 degrees. That's pretty chilly. And I'll give another knock on the Harley. The heated grips on this thing are warming grips, barely. If you have a thick winter glove on, a nice thick gauntlet glove to keep your hands warm, you cannot feel the heated grips on this bike. The BMW did better, the Triumph did better. My KTM did not have heated grips, nothing to compare it to there. And I've not had another bike with heated grips. None of my Road Glide Special, anything else had heated grips. So not a big complaint. I live in Arizona. You know, you need heated grips at 35 degrees, I guess. But anyway, it just something that they could improve upon. The other things that I really like about the bike is, besides adjustable modes, the speed of the bike, is the suspension of the bike when you're riding it. If you're riding in sport mode, it's very stiff. You've got a strong engine braking. You can ride it sport bike-ish. If you ride it in regular street mode, it's a very soft, very comfortable ride. Makes you feel like you could ride it for hours. So, like I said, I've ridden a lot on this bike and done a lot with it, and it's really been, other than a few glitches and some reprograms, I had a couple recalls done on it, blew the fork seals, whatever. It's been a good bike. Would I buy another one? Yeah. If my plan is still to wear this one out. The first week of August, I'm going to Colorado. I'm riding up through Four Corners, the first section of the Colorado BDR, then on into the Rawhide Trading Facility in Colorado to spend some time there and do the Ride the Rockies ride with the guys up there, and then come back. So it'll be a 8 to 10 day journey. I'm going to try to do better about taking some video. posting some video and giving you guys some feedback on the trip, something to look forward to. I do welcome questions or comments. Tires I'm just wearing out, TKC 70 on the front, TKC 70 rocks on the rear. I've got 5,700 miles on this set of tires. The rear tire is at best in the center blocks, I can get 330 seconds. I got other areas where I'm just about done. The front tire's still doing good at 5,700, depending on where which high-low on the blocks you measure. I'm between 3 and 530 seconds, so it's got some miles left. It's definitely out-wearing the rear. I'm going with these again for my trip to Colorado because I've got 500 miles each way of straight-up asphalt, leaving Arizona in August in the heat. Tires won't last long. I've done the TKC 80s in the summer in Arizona, and the heat on the rubber on that asphalt, it's like it melts the tire. It just 2,000, 2,800 miles of combination on off-road use, and the rear tire's done. So I'm just going to put these back on. I'm going to reskin it as close to my trip as possible. I'm probably going to have to put a back one on in the next week or two because I'm not going to make another few thousand miles. And then swap out to full fresh set end of July right before I leave. I'll evaluate the chain and then. Oh, anybody that noticed I had the lights up on top, the clear waters, and I moved them down and inside because the first time I low-sided it in the dirt, it damaged the light, so repaired, relocated, good to go. So it's funny because I know guys that have never gone off-road with their adventure bikes, and I like to ride in the dirt, so I do it as often as I can. I daily ride the bike to and from work to get the carpool lane at least 2 to 3 times a week, and jaunts on the weekend. But I haven't had a big trip or a fun trip on the bike for months, so I'm way past due, and just looking forward and trying to get everything prepared for the trip to Colorado this summer. If you have questions about the bike, anything I've done, I'm going to give it another knock though. With my boots on, with my riding boots on, there's no way to get the shifter adjusted in any position that I can get my toe. And I know I wear a 14 EE. I've got big feet, but I can't get the toe of my boot under that shifter to shift. I got to shift with the side of my boot when I have my riding boots on. Because of the way there's a thing that sticks out right there in front of the shifter. There's no way to put a longer, better shifter on there yet. Hopefully that's something Harley will improve in the future, but it's not a big enough ding for me to really be concerned about it. But I just thought about it, so I added that in. The 2021 doesn't have the speed shifter capability. 22 you can get it as an option, or you can do it as an add-on. Can't add it on to a 21, so a little bit disappointed. In low gears, wrapping out, you can bump the rev limiter on this bike really quick and easy in first, second, or third, and you just have to be on it. So that's about everything I have. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions. If you live in Arizona and you like to adventure ride and you want somebody to go with, hit me up. I'm always open. I ride by myself most of the time. If I'm going off-road, I'm definitely riding by myself. If I'm willing to stick to pavement, I've got buddies that'll ride, but none of them are willing to do the adventure bike thing. So hit me up if you're in Arizona and you want to ride. I'd be more than glad to go. Anyway, if you have any questions on the Pan America, likes, dislikes, comments, feel free to send them my way. I'll try to respond in a timely fashion. And if you like the video, you thumbs up it. If you like my content, subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I'll be doing some more good stuff. I might do some videos of my Mustang. I get it back on the road again. A little supercharged car that I've been tinkering with. Some of my other stuff. I'm supposed to be doing some videos of my roping sled for the company that provided that to me from practicing team roping with my horses. Got a lot going on, and days are short and hours at work are long. So everybody ride safe, keep smiling, and enjoy the life that God gave us. Thanks for watching.